Repeat the question.
And one of you at the microphone at a time.
One at a time.
No duets?
Okay.
In the background?
Good morning. My name is Ryan Lloyd, and I am the Deputy Director of the Indian River County Department of Emergency Services. Yesterday was a historic and tragic day on the Treasure Coast, as it is one of the worst known or the most worst known tornado outbreaks in modern history for our area. Sadly, there was loss of life to one of our neighboring counties, and our thoughts and well wishes goes to the people that passed away and also their loved ones. We also stand committed in assisting our partners in St. Lucie County as a regional work group. The National Weather Service is reviewing our wind forecast, and there is a possibility that our tropical storm warning could, and I say again, could, be taken away at an earlier time than what we were expecting, and that is good news. Currently, we're expecting 20 to 30 mile per hour sustained winds with gusts up to 50 miles per hour up through the 1 p.m. time period. Last night, we are aware of 4 tornadoes confirmed that touched down in the Indian River County area. There were 2 injuries. They were not life-threatening, and they were transported to area hospitals. Additionally, we had some residents that were transported to a shelter because they were displaced because of the tornado damage. Right now, Indian River County Fire Rescue is reviewing some of the areas that were impacted by what we believe are tornado impacts, and we're clearing and making sure that those areas are secured. The sheriff will probably talk a little bit more about this, but there is significant damage on our beachside community areas. Again, this was a major weather event. We are happy to say, though, that there are currently no major issues that we're aware of on Indian River County's major roadways. Additionally, there are no reported fatalities related to Hurricane Milton in our county. I'm also happy to say that 26,650 people have had their power restored. There are still 28,890 that are out, but FP&L is working diligently on getting power restored to the areas. A lot of the power outages are directly related to the locations where we had tornado activity. With that, I'll turn it over to Sheriff Flowers.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Indian River County Sheriff Eric Flowers. As Ryan just said, in talking with our FPL representatives, we have about 25% of our community without power right now. So that means, in a positive light, that 75% of the people still have power. What that means is there's a lot of folks who think because they didn't lose power or they still have power because their winds aren't whipping around terribly, that it's time to go out and venture into Indian River County. And nothing could be further from the truth. Right now, we have businesses that are not opening at the moment. There are not, there's still down lines throughout the county, specifically on our beachside area. We are limiting access to much of that area. The Wabasso Bridge is still open, but 17th and the Barber Bridge are still closed. And none of that is due to weather related. That is not, we never closed them because of wind speeds. It's closed because of damage, down power lines, inability to access A1A. So I'll go through a few things that we have here. During the night, we had a multi-agency search and rescue response to the Beachland Boulevard area after multiple reports of a tornado that significantly impacted that portion of our community. All of our different agencies came together incredibly last night. So proud of everybody. We evacuated a number of people to shelters. We took them to shelters and got them out of their residences. The Barber Bridge and 17th Street Bridge remain closed. Wabasso Bridge is passable at this time. Widespread flooding continues to affect our roadways throughout the county. We encourage people to stay in their homes today. Please do not venture out if you don't have to be out. There are traffic lights that are not functioning. We do not need anyone else getting injured. We do not need somebody stepping on a power line or into a puddle with some active lines. Just please be careful out there. Various intersections, no power. Please treat them as 4-way stops. We are currently assessing the conditions of our county and will continue to provide updates via our social media platforms. Keep an eye on our social media, the Aware and Prepare app. We're mirroring all of that information to all of the platforms. Our helicopter is going up as we speak to assess the conditions. We will also have our drone teams deployed in various areas. I want to recognize our partners, Indian River Shores, Vero Beach Police, Sebastian Police, the Department of Forestry, the FDOT, and the Army National Guard. Everyone was involved in that search and rescue last night. Everyone pulled together and did an amazing job. Again, please continue to direct storm-related questions, calls, anything like that to the hotline here at 772-226-4000. Our dispatch is inundated between us calling in with our down power lines, the damage that we're seeing, and a variety of other things. So please direct those storm-related calls, 772-226-4000. I'll turn it over to County Administrator John Tikanich.
Good morning. Just want to follow up on some of the things the Sheriff's talked about in terms of what the county's doing in terms to assess our damage. I can tell you our public works crews are being mobilized to evaluate roads, our local bridges, flooding and drainage concerns in county facilities, traffic signals for those that are local. We've also been working with FDOT for those roadways, state roadways, to get those traffic signals up and running. We are also working with our debris management contractor to open up a spot so we can start working on collecting some of this debris. Utilities, there were no main water breaks. There are a couple minor isolated breaks, and crews have been mobilized to address those. Our water treatment plants and our wastewater treatment plants are fully operational. We do have some lift stations, about 60 or so, that are down largely because of power. So our crews have been dispatched with generators, and they're making the rounds to go ahead and power them up, lift it, get the stuff out, and move it on, and then they'll systematically go through. Solid waste facilities. Our solid waste facilities are still closed until Friday. This includes our customer convenience centers. Please do not just drop off. We're asking residents to not drop off, debris and materials at the gates of our customer convenience centers. It creates a safety hazard for the people that are maybe coming there to clean it up for the purposes of opening them, tomorrow, the day after. So please exercise that. Our building and permitting staff are going to be out assessing, structural damage, just doing that. And then our natural resources. They are going to be looking at our stormwater facilities. They're assessing those, and they are also assessing our beaches. When it comes to beaches, we're asking everybody, we know you want to get out, as the sheriff mentioned. We're asking you to, stay calm, be patient. Make sure you get the all clear, because there is some erosion issues that we want to make sure that we can assess fully. One of the things, now is the time to come together, united in our purpose to serve the community. And to that end, the United Way of Indian River County has launched a disaster recovery fund to provide support to families that have been impacted by the tornadoes and the hurricane. And for those that want to support those families, they can make donations at the United Way's website, www.unitedwayirc.org. Every donation, big or small, makes a difference. If you need assistance, you can call 211, or you can call our citizen information line, which is 772-226-4000. And that's all I have. Director Johnson. Sorry.
Good morning. Director Johnson of the Indian River County Emergency Services Department. I want to thank first of all, I want to thank all the citizens for heeding our warnings. Getting inside, going to shelters. We had a great response from all the citizens of the county. That's how we saved many lives during the storm. This was an unprecedented storm. It was a monster, like we said, caused tornadoes, caused heavy winds, caused a lot of damage, and it could have caused a lot of life lost if people did not heed the warnings. I just want to thank them, first of all. I want to thank our first responders, secondly, for, as Sheriff had said, going above and beyond to search through the rubble to ensure that our citizens were safe and sound and getting them to the shelters. Again, we'd like to reiterate, please try to stay off the roadways if you do not need to be on them. We are still actively trying to clear them, clear power lines, clear trees, ensuring that the public is safe. So I thank the citizens for heeding our warnings. Thank you.
Anything to add? No. Nick, you have any questions for us?
Yes, can you talk about the injuries that you said from the tornado?
Yeah, we had at least 2 people transported with injuries. They were not life-threatening.
Can you talk about the damage that Central Beach had? I know Central Beach had significant impact.
Yeah, I mean, the roadways aren't passable. Beachland Boulevard is still very much covered in trees. The entire area between basically Village Beach Market and Quail Valley along A1A on both sides of the road. Trees everywhere, very little room to get through. Forestry has kind of cut small paths, but our team is on the ground right now. We've actually got some inmates and some corrections folks that are over there. We've got a lot of fire rescue personnel and forestry. Everybody is over there working together, the National Guard, trying to get the major roadways clean so we can get people through. A lot of residents on the ground helping out as well. My main concern is the down power lines, very dangerous situation still. We're fortunate that the power is off in a lot of that area because there would definitely be injured people if it weren't for that. So we're just asking for right now. We know there's a lot of folks that have equipment and chainsaws and they want to come help. But until we get that area assessed and make sure that it's safe to get additional people in there, we're going to continue to limit access to that area.
And what about damage to the beaches and to mobile home parks?
Again, our Natural Resources Department is being mobilized to go out and assess our beaches. We are fortunate that we've been monitoring the profiles of the beaches, so we'll have a good understanding of what losses may have occurred. With regard to vulnerable homes and other structures, to include those on the beaches, you know, once our building and permitting teams are assembled and it's safe for them to go out and do the assessments, they will do that to ensure that we can, if people need to be relocated out of unsafe and uninhabitable structures, that can be done.
I'll address that too. I'd also like to say that our team is doing assessment on all of the properties in those areas, so a variety. And we found some mobile homes with roofs ripped off. We found some RV type trailers that people live in that have been turned over, things like that. So, but no deaths, no injuries or deaths associated with those. Our team has been assessing those, checking them out as we're out there. We're actively doing that now, and that's another reason our helicopter is up right now looking over those areas. Okay. All right, we'll be back later this afternoon sometime to talk to you, I'm sure. Thank you guys for being here, and we'll be out in the public. Thank you. I'm heading back out.